not sure if you are intending for this, but we can see your email.
Okay, I got it. All right, so let's get started by wishing all the ladies, the mothers, happy Mother's Day. Can you see my screen?
We see your email.
You see your screen, but you're showing your email. You need to share whatever PowerPoint that you have, but right now you're showing your email. Stop sharing, and then go back to whatever file.
Okay, stop sharing. And then click share again.
Yes, click share, and then select the file you had open.
How about now?
Yes, we can see the PowerPoint now.
What does it say? Rule of engagement?
Yes.
Yes,
Perfect,
and then
perfect.
click to the right, make it a power presentation.
Okay.
No, go down to yep, perfect.
Perfect. All right. So I want to wish all of the mothers a happy Mother's Day, and God bless you and continue to do a good job. All right. And
Thank you.
you're welcome. To begin, we're gonna put our device on mute. If not talking, limit your comments, please. 1 minute or less. Stick to the topic. Be respectful, and let's have a family and fun time while solving problems. So please briefly introduce yourself, telling us your name, where you work, what you do, and tell us your goal for this month. Do we have any new people today?
Rose.
Oh, Miss Rose. Okay, all right. Tell us your name, what you do, where you work, and what's your goal for this month.
I am Rose Poyon. I work for the VA. I am a registered nurse. And my goal for this month is to re-engage in my exercise habit for healthier lifestyle.
Awesome. Thank you. And just so you know, everybody, all of the committee members, my name is Frank Kader. I'm the president of the association. I'm the HMAHE Orlando, Association Médicale Haïtienne à l'étranger. And I work at the Orange Blossom Family Health. And my goal for this month is to learn more about, well, financial independence. Okay, go ahead, Dr. Aimee.
Good evening, everyone. I'm driving to Miami, and I am Dr. Aimee, and I work as a general practitioner in Haines City. And my goal this month would be to lose some more weight and also to get some rest. Hello?
Yeah, we hear.
Anybody? Can you hear me?
Yes, we could.
Who's next? Next person.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ruth Ocean. I am a nurse practitioner specializing in peds, taking care of kids at Orange Blossom Family Health. I don't really have any goal for this month. I just need a little vacation, a little time off work and of mommy's life.
And so she's getting it soon.
Yes. I'm happy to be here with everybody, finally.
Good.
Hello, everyone. This is Dr. B, one of the advisors. I'm a physical therapist here in Orlando. Work with physical therapy and balance centers. Also have the privilege to serve as the president for the Greater Haitian American Chamber of Commerce. And my goal this month is to get our friends and neighbors to get to know us. If you look at the chat, we have a event coming on for the first time with the city of Orlando to make sure that many of our friends and neighbors know of us, but they do not know us. So my goal is to make sure that we are known and we get our community to get engaged.
Awesome.
Dr. Bonham, I don't know if it's me. It looks like you're talking to a radio transmitter.
No, I can hear him fine.
Yeah.
The voice is not
I am.
clear.
I'm using a headset. Sorry.
Okay. Now,
Oh, okay.
can everybody see me, or can somebody hear me? Because I kept on losing communication,
I can only hear you.
but you cannot see me.
No,
Okay, I don't know what's going on here.
but go ahead.
Okay, let me see. What about
Yeah.
now?
Here we
You're
go.
good,
Yeah.
you're good. Good. I can hear you.
Oh, this new technology stuff, it's killing me. All right, my name is Jean-Robert Myrtil. I'm a nurse practitioner. I currently work at Health Central Hospital with the palliative care service. I've been there for about 4 months now. Prior to that, I was at Dr. Phillips Hospital. My goal this month is to improve the quality of my life with regard to stress management and to improve the quality of my life, stress management and so forth.
All right. Okay. Anyone else?
I can go.
Go ahead.
Hi, everyone. My name is Alexandra. I
Hello.
am a UCF student and I'm majoring in health sciences. I have 2 goals for this month. Well, I have many, but I'll share 2. One of them is to share more time with my family. And the second one is to try to read my Bible more.
Awesome. Those are great
Great,
goals.
great.
Great goals.
Nice hearing you, Miss Alexandra.
Oh, nice seeing you too.
And be safe driving.
Thank you.
I'm not looking. That's what I say hearing. I'm not looking.
Oh, I think that's
All right. Anyone else? All right. So it looks like Dr. Francois is not here. Renette is not here. Andre is not here yet.
I'm not sure Andre is here.
Okay. All right. So our mission, and some of this is more the same thing that you guys have seen, but we have a new member, Miss Rose. So that's why we have to go over it. So the IMSU mission is to provide our professional member a platform to solve the medical needs and concern of the Haitian community at home and abroad, and also to be a member of the IMSU national chapter. In order to be a member of the chapter in Orlando, you also have to be a member of the national chapter. So to become a member, you can contact our secretary and or vice secretary, Robert or Andre, if you intend to join, or you can contact Dr. Bruno. She's the director of the program, meaning that she does a lot of recruitment. So you can contact her. And you can go online under can you all read this? AOHPAWildapricot.org to find information, okay? And you can see the price here. Physician is the highest, and allied health professionals, it's a good deal, basically. That's the summary of this, okay? So what are some of the benefits? And I already shared that before, mentorship program, medical activities we do, medical missions. You will have access to consultant colleagues, and then referral and community resources, collaboration with other local organizations, discount for annual convention and social activities, guest speakers and attendees. You can be a guest speaker if you have a topic that you like for example, some people like nutrition, you can talk about it. I like to talk about COVID-19. I can talk about that, entrepreneurship, different topics. There will be regular newsletters. You can also make suggestions for changes. And when you sign up, there will be money back to the association. So right now, we don't have too many members. In fact, at the last meeting, they were telling me that a lot of the Orlando members, they need to pay their dues. And the way it is, I will really encourage you to pay as soon as possible, because if you wait when you get close to next year, like October, in January, you have to pay again. Like when I signed up in October or November. So now I have to pay another due, which I don't think it's fair, but I didn't make the rules, so that's their rule. That's how it is. That's just how it is. It's set up. Okay, so our agenda for this afternoon, basically, we're gonna talk about three main things. One is we're gonna talk about our MHE mentorship program. And then we have a book club within the program itself, the association itself. Two of us will give you a summary of what we've read, myself, and then Mr. Robert, he will give you a summary of his book. And the third thing we're gonna talk about is the Haitian community challenges and solutions. What are some of the best practices? I want to hear from you all in terms of how to solve our brothers or Haitian problems in general, Haitian challenges. And please, I would like you to limit whatever question you have, whatever comments, feedback to 1 minute or less. And also I will be talking about each topic, and after each topic, if you have questions, so I will talk about the mentorship program, and then if you have questions or comments, and then the book club summary and synopsis, if you have questions, and then challenges and solutions of the for the Haitian community, if you have questions or comments. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right. I noticed Andre just joined, so Andre, if you can tell us your name, what you do, and then what position you feel in the group, and what's your goal for this month? Quickly. Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Andre.
There he is.
Okay, yes.
There he is. Go ahead.
All right, good. Seems like I was having technical difficulties. So good evening, everyone. It's good to see y'all. Some beautiful smile, like Mr. Robert and Dr. Carter. So to be brief, my name is Andre Antenor. I'm with Positive Assistance, and I'm the CEO. And you said I have to explain what I do.
What's your position in the group? And also, yeah. What's your goal for this?
Oh, yes. I'm the assistant secretary.
Yes, sir.
And this month, my goal for this month is to at least test 100 people for HIV. So, and also we celebrate Asian Flag Days. We will be out to educate at least 50 Haitian. If we could, that would be great on May 18. That would be a great accomplishment for myself and Positive Assistance. So, but so far, next time I will have my book summary ready for you, so I can present that.
That's why you can go next with somebody else. Today's me and Robert. So we will need 2 people every time we meet, okay?
So yes, you can put me on the agenda for next time, next
All
month.
right. No problem. Thank you very much, Sir Andre. So this
welcome.
afternoon, I want to, anybody else on the line that I'm missing?
Yes, good afternoon, Vinmed. I'm on tonight.
Oh, good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Annette, how are you?
How are you doing?
Okay, I'm okay.
All right. What's your position in the group and what's your goal for this month?
My name is Vanessa Roy. I'm a nurse practitioner and I am the treasury of this group.
With no money?
And for this month, no money. I heard you talking about the thing. I went to the link to try to pay. I didn't see anything for practitioner. They have something for practitioner, but they didn't say nurse practitioner, but I just pay that fee. They say they have to get back to me on that.
Ah, okay. Maybe Robert can help you because, yeah.
Yes.
I think
My goal. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say the link is for allied health, but I don't think there is something specific for nurse practitioner.
So I think that's what I did pay for.
No. Sorry. There is something for nurse practitioner. Allied health is for like PT and registered nurse and so forth. So I think there is a link for nurse practitioner. I'll take a look at it.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
My goal for this month, I am trying to read that book, The 10 Golden Rules of Letting Go. So that's my plan for this month, and that's about it.
Awesome.
Good.
Glad to hear that. I noticed that there are some other guests. I see Gertrude Paul, and I see Dr. B. That's who else? Who else on the other line? Could you introduce yourself, please? Hello. All right. Okay. We cannot hear you if you're trying to talk, but you can definitely introduce yourself later on, okay? All right. So this afternoon, I wanted to share with you some information on this mentorship program that I am assured they're developing, and that mentorship program is actually aligned with our mentorship program. So I want to share some of this, and that's very close to what we have, okay? So the mentorship program, I am sure mentorship program, it provides a new and unique opportunity for early career members, whether it's undergraduate, graduate, or postgraduate, to connect and benefit from the knowledge of the most experienced members, okay? And the rationale for launching the mentorship program is for recruitment purpose, recruitment and retention. So we need new blood, basically, to build the membership of IMHE. We need international or intergenerational connection, and there needs to be engagement. We need to develop a pipeline and a platform for mutual support. If we want a pipeline of professionals, we really need to work on recruiting new members. What's the role of mentor? What's your role? Basically to advise on career goal and development, advocate and provide assistance to the mentees as needed throughout the training, be a role model. That's a strong sentence, be a role model. It's really important that at the level that you are in your career, that young people can look up to you and say, look, I want to be like Miss Ruth. I want to be like Sir Robert. I want to be like Andre. I want to be like, you see? So whether you like it or not, you are being a role model, but just keep that in mind, so you can be the appropriate, the right role model in terms of providing guidance. So another role is to guide with professional development and networking, facilitate establishing contract and possible mentorship from other faculty. And as far as the structure of the program, again, this is I'm not sure national that just happened to line up with us, but I'm sharing with you what they have. So the plan is to have regular Zoom meeting, meeting with the mentors, meeting with the mentees, and to hook up the mentees with specialty specific, whether you're cardiology, you're in cardiology, you're in OBGYN, psychiatry, behavioral health, those are all opportunities. And type of mentoring relationship, medical student, for example, if we have medical students, they will pair up with pre-med student. They can also pair up with a professional, but it's nice to pair up with somebody who's like one step above, so they can actually relate. If you're a resident, you will pair up with a medical student to guide the student. And if you're a fellow, you will be a resident. And then for nurse practitioner, it will be a student nurse practitioner. So whatever area in that you are, then you can be paired up with that person. And what should we help medical students with? Assistance with personal statement. Some people struggle with that. Assistance with letter of recommendation, preparing a successful application, MCAT learning strategy or NCLEX learning strategy. Whatever you do and your to be admitted, you can share that, okay? For medical students, there's a lot to do, learning strategy, some of the resources, books, papers, research opportunities, and also you can talk to the student about how to excel in medical school and nursing school, how to take the test, personal statement, how to avoid burnout. Very important, because as medical student, nursing student, it's not easy. So I'm sure that a lot of you are already doing those things, but they're not structured. But if we can do that in a structured way, that will be so much better. And for the residents, fellows, there will be opportunities to discuss with them as far as their specialty, what's going on with that. And then for the people that are about to graduate, and even those that are in the field, basically they will have the opportunity to learn about private practice versus joining a group, what kind of the size of practice, how to network. I know some people are very good at that. I know Dr. Bonhomme, he talks about that all the time, how to network. And for me, I'm learning more and more about that myself, how to extend your network. So it's really important that you provide some guidance for the mentees. And the goal is to empower participants to build a successful career in medicine and the healthcare, and then to provide each mentee with a mentor who they can turn for advice and support throughout their training, throughout their career goals. Any questions on that?
No, I think everything is clear.
Good, good. Like I said, those are things that we're already doing. So now it's a matter of putting it together. And hopefully when the state opened up, which is in July, and I hope everybody got vaccinated, then we will be able to do some actions. So those are some items that we can take actions on to make this more, I guess, applicable, okay? So now let's transition to the sharing of what I've learned recently. Again, I've been reading, well, I just finished it, this book by David Bach, Start Late, Finish Rich. It was an eye-opener. What he mentioned, it's not too late to start. And number one, in summary, basically 5 things. 1, you need to lighten up. 2, you need to spend less. 3, you need to save more. 4, we need to make more. And then 5, we need to give more. So as we do all of those, we will be able to give more. And each one of you, I'm sure each one of you want to give more, go on medical missions, spend money, invest in people. So you need to line up. What does it mean by that? You know, everyone said, well, I wish I started early. We all say that, but guess what? Now you can concentrate on moving forward. You don't have to say, I should have, but now it's time to move forward. It's never too late to get started if you are genuinely determined to finish rich. Now, I understand that may not be for everybody, but what I would encourage you all to do is to be financially independent, to build wealth, to be financially independent. The second thing is to spend less. Almost everyone makes enough money over the course of their life to be wealthy. Guess what? The problem isn't how much you earn, but it's really how much you save, what proportion you spend, and what proportion you save. Before you worry about earning more, we have to find some practical ways to save a greater percentage of what we already earn. A lot of us, we make good money, but the problem is we spend it all. We tend to spend. So some of us are spontaneous spender. We spend and spend. And number 3, we need to save more. On the average, most people end up saving only about 2% of their disposable income each year. That's not enough to work if you aspire to start late, but still end up rich. That's not enough at all. Realistically, we need to work up to save about 25% of our income. It may take a few years to get to that level, and that goal may seem out of reach when you first begin, but that's the type of commitment that we need to be making in order to to fund our retirement plan. Number 4, we also need to make more. If we can boost or turbocharge our earning power at the same time as we enhance our saving ability, there's your statistical chance of finishing rich increase exponentially. Now, most frequently, the key to earning more isn't actually to work harder or to do more hours. I know some people want to work overtime, but to find a better way to do what? To exploit your experience, your personality, and your ideas. Like myself, what I'm trying to do now is to write some books. I have 3 books that I'm working on. I hope to finish one at least soon, but explore what you're good at and go forward. And give more, number 5. Having money is great, but to be truly happy and feel fulfilled, you also have to live a life of meaning. The real purpose of trying to achieve more is to place yourself in a position where we can actually give more to those we care most about, you know, and one type of people is our Haitian population. So if you really care about them and you want to give more, we have to do those things that we just talked about. So to finish rich, we need to plan on giving more to others than we've done in the past. The next thing is, it's never too late. According to David Back, it's never too late for us to start working towards having a rich retirement. But we should start working on it today. A lot of people talk about it, but they don't do it. There is no application, and that's bad. So we need to start doing it. I know I'm gonna start doing it. It's never too late, remember. Even if you're buried in debt, there are still things we can do and should be doing to prepare for the future. We don't have to make a lot of money to be rich. Instead, we need to be smart about how we handle money we have. I've been listening to a lot of millionaires talk their experience. Those millionaires are not professional, actually. They're not medical professionals. They're not doctors. They're not lawyers. They're not nurses. They are basically simple people who actually make $30,000, $40,000 a year, but somehow they manage to spend less, save more, and invest more. So number 5, we can get rich by progressively the ways we currently waste money and then using the money better. It is possible to start a business on the side, which we can use to get ahead while we continue to earn a paycheck. In other words, don't just quit your job, kind of build on it. We don't have to invest in stock to get rich necessarily, although stock is one of the ways to do that. We can spend less, save more, and make more without seriously impacting on our current lifestyle. And we can, or should we connect with our dream of financial freedom? Remember, it's all about what? Financial freedom. Again, it's only too late if you give up. You never run a mile and to run a mountain. So basically it has to be with like baby steps. Don't just go start running a big marathon of 30 miles, but rather do baby steps. And like that, if you continue like that on that pace, that baby step pace, then you will get there. That's it for me. Robert?
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Kade, for sharing this book with us. I know that you care about the community, and although I don't post myself a lot, but I notice that you're always trying to find something positive to share with us. And I benefit, and I'm sure others can benefit as well.
Thank you.
No, truly, I say that from the heart.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The book that I read that I'm going to share with you guys, it's a self-help book. And it's not a new book. It was published in 1959. The title of the book is The Magic of Thinking Big. So I'm going to just highlight a few points that I thought were important so that maybe you can benefit from. Of course, if you read the book yourself, you might find other points in the book that you think are beneficial.
Okay.
So the first point, I'm going to highlight them quickly, and then I'll just say a few things about each of them. The first one is the power of belief. The book really emphasizes that. And also not to make excuses. The environment that we put ourselves in, our thoughts, the importance of action, of taking action, and also the importance of persistence and goals. So now the first takeaway that I get from this book is the power of belief. Anytime we're going to do something, we have to believe that we can succeed. Because if we do not believe that we cannot succeed, it's very unlikely that we're going to get there. So we have to believe that we're going to succeed in it. If we believe that we can succeed, we already halfway there. So the only thing that we need to do is to just take the steps so that we can arrive where we need to go. There is another book that I can recommend based on this, the power of belief, that you might find interesting. If you have time, you can check it out. It's called As a Man Think, Thinketh, by James Allen. Anybody heard of this book before? Have you heard of this book, Dr. Kade?
No, no, sir.
As a Man Think. You know, so everything starts in our head. So what we think, that's how it's gonna happen. If we think we can, we can. If we don't think we can, then we can't.
Mm.
So the second point in the book is no excuses. So right now, you know, everybody is concerned about the coronavirus. We're taking vaccine in order for us to be inoculated against the virus. So excusitis, the book emphasizes that. Excusitis is like a virus that we need to be vaccinated against. You know, if you keep on making excuses for things, you're never gonna get there because you keep on making excuses. It's like no excuses. No matter what, you need to tackle it and stay with the program so you can get there. The third point is our environment. You know, we read in the Bible, it says that birds of the same, no, not in the Bible, but, you know, the company that you keep has a very good influence on you. So if you surround yourself with upbuilding people, people are going to be encouraging, then it's likely that you're going to get there. But if you surround yourself with people who are negative,
Right.
who are saying things that are, you know, not conducive to your success, you're not going to get there. So you need to make sure your environment is right so you can succeed. The fourth point is our thought. We need to control our thought. You know, I read somewhere, I don't think it was in the book, but it says to stand guard at the gate of our mind. So we need to guard what's coming to our mind, you know, whether it's on TV, whether it's on, you know, what we read, the people that we are in communication with, the kind of thought that they put in on our mind has a lot to do with our success. So we have to make sure that our thought is controlled. We control what we get in, and we also need to control the way we think about others, how we think about people. So that's another important point that the book emphasizes. The fifth point is in the importance of taking action. A lot of the time, like Dr. Khaled just mentioned, with regard to financial independence, we can think about it all we want. But if we never take action, start, even if it's saving 5% or 6%, whatever we want to do, if we never take action, we're never gonna get there. The book emphasizes we need to take action. The sixth point is to learn from our mistakes. Sometimes things happen, we take a setback. That doesn't mean we're not gonna get there. There is an opportunity to learn from it. So if we make sure that we're learning every time we have a setback, that's gonna be very conducive to our success also. And the seventh point is persistence. It ties up very well with the sixth point. We have to continue, we have to persist. That's how we succeed. If you try something, you take a setback, you give up, then you're not gonna get there. So you have to persist, you have to keep it up. And then the final point is to set goals. So if you don't have goals, you're not gonna know how you're progressing. Let's say you want to save, like Dr. Khaled mentioned earlier, 25%. That's not gonna happen overnight. Let's start with 5%, or let's start with, I don't know, whatever you can, 3%. Let's say the majority of people save 2%, start with 3. And then gradually you can say, okay, I give myself 3 months, a short-term goal. In 3 months, I'm gonna save 3%. In 6 months, I'm gonna see if I can increase it by 4%. So at least you have a goal. Let's say at the end of the year, you may reach 5%. At least you see you're heading in the right direction. But if you don't have a goal, you don't know if you're making progress. So that's another thing the book emphasizes, goal setting. So these are some of the things these are some of my takeaway in the book. The power of belief. We need to believe in something. Don't make any excuses. Control our environment. Control of thought. Take action. Salvage something for every setback.
Learn from our mistakes. Eh?
Yes, learn from our mistake. Persistence and goal setting.
Yeah.
So these are some of the takeaways that I take from the book. So if you like to read it, I think it's a great read. So you can, it's on Audible. So you can read it while you're going to work or while you are driving around in Orlando.
By the way, you don't have to pay for books. At the library, there are 2 apps you can download. It's Hoopla and Libby. Hoopla, Hoopla, and Libby, Libby. You don't have to spend a dime on Amazon.
Libby.
Libby, Libby.
And then what is the first one?
Hoopla, Hoopla.
But these are the books, you rent them, you get them for...
Yeah, I borrowed them from the library. Yes, I read them.
Okay,
Audio, because I don't have time to open a book really, but.
Yeah, no. Like, audiobooks that you rent them after so many days, you have to return them electronically or.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Any questions on that or any comments that you guys have? Or anything you want to add to those two books? Hello?
Guess not.
No, those are great books. Mostly they start late, finish rich. So that means even if you're in your 50s, you can still retire and being a millionaire, being rich. So
That's me.
I'm right behind you, Doc.
Yes, sir. Mhm.
So yeah, the thing is to get started where you are. I mean, don't look at, hey, I'm too old. And one of the things I learned, I was at USF. One of my professors, she told me she got her doctorate, but she started when she was retired. She started her bachelor. She was 65, retired. She decided to go to school, and then she graduated, get her doctorate level, and was teaching. And she was like 70 something. So that tell me you can start at any age, and that's just a good example. And if you start at 65, you can still finish rich. So there is no age limit. So it's a matter of starting and moving forward.
Right.
Yeah, but you know something though. When we say start late and finish rich, we understand the math. Let's say a guy, you start at 60, depending on how much money you're making, you may not end up with $1 million. But like they say, there is nobody who tried to reach for the sky and end up with a pile of dirt in his hand.
Sure.
Meaning, if you try to reach high, you're still gonna end up in a much better place than if you didn't try anything. That's the idea.
Right.
Because realistically, not everybody's gonna be able to end up with $1 million. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But if you try it, you're still gonna end up in a much better position than if you didn't try.
Right. Very good. Thank you. Anybody else? We want to hear from everybody. 1 minute. Keep it under 1 minute, though. Hello, Dr. Aimee, Miss Ruth.
Dr. Aimee is driving. Dr. Aimee is heading to San Francisco.
Okay. All right. So everybody, agree with that. Now, some of the things that I learned too, with the latte effect or latte phenomenon, how people spend here, spend there, they don't realize that. And some people may say that's being too picky, that's controlling my life. But I can understand, like people, when they wake up, they buy coffee, they buy bagels, or they buy donuts, or they go to McDonald's for lunch, compared to boxing your lunch. And people who smoke as well. I hope nobody on the line smoke, but cigarettes, $7 a pack. When you add those things, they're hazardous to your health, but they can, if you stop, that can help in terms of building the wealth. So I thought that
was... the FI movement, that's something that I'm very much interested in, but I know that you are going to present on that. That's why I chose a different topic so that we don't speak on the same topic.
Okay.
But the thing about it, Dr. Kader, is we've read it before, is make saving a priority. You want to get your latte? That's fine. But if you know you have to put $500 away every month, do it first. Whatever is left, you can get your latte, whatever you want to do, but you do the priority, put the money away first. Then whatever is left, you can do whatever you want with it.
I agree. That's true. And for us, me and my wife, if it's not in the budget, we're not spending it. Yeah. We don't always do it 100%, but we try our best. And by the way, too, couples, those of you who are married, you have to be on the same page too, because if the husband says something, the wife doesn't agree, or the wife says something, the husband doesn't agree, there's gonna be
Yeah.
problem.
That's true.
Yeah, yeah.
That's very true.
Any comments before we transition to the next topic? All right.
I think it's making the application, not saying it, but it's like Robert say, it's make the application. If we have the plan, we have the dream, you don't execute the plan, it's not gonna go anywhere. So,
That's right.
and what I will say too, like, try to not carry too much money or cards on you. Like, everybody have their weakness. If you have the card, you're gonna shop. So, or if you have the cash, you're gonna shop. So you try to minimize those things, and we go from there. And for lunch, you don't realize how much money when you carry your lunch, how much money you save per day. So all those things, if people make those things an application, they will go a little further than where they are.
Right.
And
If I may add something, I would suggest that when you shop, try to shop when things are on sale
okay,
and use coupon.
thank you. That's a good idea. That's true.
But another thing, along with Dr. M's comment, you know, you wouldn't believe it. If you stop at the wholesale store like BJ's, Sam's, you can get a lot of stuff cheap, meaning that you buy it in bulk. You don't have to buy every week or every 2 weeks, because you already have a lot of it, and then you manage how you use it so it can last you a long time. That helps you save a lot of money too.
Okay.
I agree with the saving the money, however.
I'm sorry, Dr. Bonner?
No, just a counter to Michelle. I agree with buying in bulk, but however, it forces you to spend more too if it's not in the budget.
Right.
Okay.
So it's a sales tactic as well, so be careful with that. Yes, you can plan appropriate.
Yeah, what you need, what your family needs.
That, you know what? That's true. 'Cause when you go to Sam's, you buy a bunch of stuff. Sometimes you may not use all of it. That's
Yes.
when I mean, it's a balance.
This is true. That's true.
Okay. All right, anything else? So who wants to volunteer for next month? I know Andre wants to present, and who else?
I'll present again if nobody else does, because I'm always listening to books. Like you do. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Somebody saying something? Okay. Now, transition. I want to talk about Haitian challenges and solutions, because I don't like to talk about problems, but more of best practices. And we can talk, we don't have a whole lot of time because we need to finish before 8, okay? But what I noticed last Saturday or 2 Saturdays ago, we did a COVID vaccine drive, and thank you very much, those of you who came. I know Dr. Amy was there, Andre was there, Miss Rose was there. Who else? I think that's it. But thank you so much for attending the event and for volunteering your time to show your face to the community. We're having the next event next week, next Saturday, 9 to 2. So show your presence, come talk to the community, some members of the community, and they will appreciate that. But my disappointment though with the event is that I was expecting lots of people at that event, at the COVID vaccine event. And it turns out we vaccinated about 34 people at the church. And then I think 2 or 3 more, Andre, at the plaza on Americana.
That's correct.
So I think that there's a really big problem. And I know we've been talking about that, but if any of you have any best practice in terms of helping out the Haitian community, will help us. If you have any best practice, please share that. Also, when it comes to blood pressure and diabetes, I want to concentrate on those three things: hypertension, diabetes, and then COVID-19 vaccine. People think that COVID-19 is just gonna go away. So in July, around July, they're getting ready to open up the country, open up the state. And they think that, oh, we're all gonna put the mask away and we're just gonna go shopping. We're just gonna go to church at full capacity, gonna go to a restaurant, everything's gonna be all right. Everything is not gonna be all right, at least scientifically speaking, because right now, there's still 30-35% of people being vaccinated throughout the country, as opposed to the 80% that we were hoping for, that we're shooting for. So we need to continue to get the message out there, continue to educate the population. And remember, guys, according to studies, I have this slide in there because based on studies they've done, the healthcare provider is the one that people listen the most, the doctors, the nurses, not the CDC, not the FDA or Fauci or whoever. It's the leaders, the doctors or the nurses, the healthcare workers, and the pastors. And unfortunately, the same church that we went to vaccinate, all three pastors, they're not vaccinated. Let me keep quiet and then have you talk, give your comments or feedback on best practice, what we can do to increase vaccination in our Haitian community, because a lot of them are not getting vaccinated till today. And some of them, I share my personal experience. I got it, my wife get it, my mom get it, my kids get it. Guess what? They still don't want it. Any comments on that?
Well, just like you mentioned, I think it's come from the leadership. So the people listen to their leaders, right? So
Right.
you said you went to the church, the pastors themselves were not vaccinated. Is it because they didn't believe in it? Is it because they have some health condition, they worry that the vaccine could worsen their own situation? So what is it that they believe that they did not get vaccinated? So if they don't get vaccinated and the members know about it, most likely they're gonna follow suit. They're not gonna get vaccinated. And in addition, they may, I don't know, they may even talk negatively about it to the
So we need to fix that problem, that leadership problem, which I'm not so sure how we can go about it.
I think somebody is talking, but she's mute.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
Now I can.
yes, go ahead.
I have a cousin of mine who owns a church. Every time I get the information from Dr. Kade, I always send it to him. And then we just happened to have a conversation the other day regarding COVID, not only COVID vaccine, but testing and whatnot.
Okay.
And one of the things that he said that was very interesting to me was, well, I'm a little bit reluctant because I do not know if I become sick later, how do I get compensated for my illness that comes from the COVID vaccine? Oh, I'm so sorry. And then they listen to the Haitian radio stations a lot. And unfortunately, most of them are directly from Haiti, and they are not helping with the message that they are giving to them. And back home, almost nobody died of any illness. It's either Lugau or now COVID vaccine, right? And then so they always have that one case. I'm thinking that if perhaps we could reach out to the Haitian radio stations in Orlando or any of them that we know in Miami you know, make sure first that they took the vaccine, that they believe that it works. And if they do, then they can start perhaps giving a chance to one of you to speak about the COVID vaccine, even if you take, 10, 20 minutes. I have a friend of mine I know who has a radio station in Fort Lauderdale. He would be more than happy to give you guys a platform, because he's always looking for somebody to talk about whatever it is. But I think that's one of the things. Not only we have to individually educate those folks, keep on sharing the information regardless of how many times they say, I'm not sure yet. And then also go to the radio station and talk to them. I told my cousin, if he ever wanted someone to come to the church and talk to the Fidel about COVID, I would link him with you. And I'm still waiting. His wife does not want him to take the vaccine, and then to prevent a fight in the family, so he's not taking the vaccine. And yet both of them had COVID.
Right.
It's a huge problem. And to tell you the truth, I'm sorry to say that, but I don't have much patience to keep on teaching somebody who does not want to be educated. After I educate you once, twice, and I'm done. You have the information.
Ms. Rose,
Yeah.
I've been at this since February last year, and sometimes I feel tired. I'm tired. As an infectious disease doctor, but at the same time too, I come from a public health background. I understand. We have to really keep at it. And sometimes I feel like giving up. I'm like, you know what? I've gone to churches, many churches. We brought the vaccine to them and still don't get it. I don't have time for this. But that's the type of reaction we want to show. But you know what? We have to keep going.
Dr. Kader, to the lady's point, a couple of things. Mentioning that, now people are hearing the news that majority of Haiti or Haitians in Haiti did not get affected. That may also make us think that we are somewhat immune, so we cannot be affected by it.
Right.
But to the point of the radio, I wonder if you reach out to the city, if they can run a promotion on the Haitian radio stations as they do with different ethnic group.
Okay.
I know they have it translated in Creole, the materials, but maybe they could that's a campaign they might want to engage in. So maybe reaching out to Commissioner Sipling or some of the other officers to see if that's the linkage that we are, so if that's not linkage that's indicating some of the lack of participation, maybe for them investing into the community, those radio station, they'll do it. But if we're just looking for the different segments for the owners or those who have different segments to publish it, that's not going to happen. But if they're getting paid for it, they'll push it.
Okay. Speaking of getting paid, do you think if we were giving incentive, they will take the incentive?
Oh yeah.
You know what? We're working on that, guys, at the clinic. We receive I think maybe a lot of money, millions of dollars to vaccinate and grant to vaccinate, and also to for infrastructure. I think that we're going to be aggressive on that in terms of providing incentive for the people, because that's probably one of the ways to attract them.
Yeah.
But Ms. Rose, I didn't realize what you said, you and Dr. Bonhomme, about Haitians getting radio station from Haiti. I didn't realize that. That could be a problem. And you have to fight fire with fire. So if they have information on the radio, we have to have more information on the radio to counteract that. But thank you. That's a great idea. I mean, I didn't think about that actually.
The other thing I think Andre mentioned is to get CDC to advertise in the Haitian radio station. They was a white person. They got to see a Black face that speaks Creole, because that's another white man telling them to take a vaccine. And most of them believe that this vaccine has a chip in it that's going to trace them.
Right.
I have a pastor of mine, I finally conquered his heart, and then he took the vaccine, but it was
good job.
Bill Gates is going to do X, Y, and Z, and so forth and so on. So we have a little channel just 4 of us. And then I managed to just keep on pounding. And now all of them have taken the vaccine. And I had to tell him, okay, you think that you're going to be traced. You've been traced since the first day you step foot in this country. You have a social security.
Thank you.
you have a house or you rent an apartment.
Cell
You
phone.
got a cell phone that track everything that you do and say, you know, sometimes they listen to you at home on your own cell phone, your laptop, you got an IP address. So I had to address every single problem he put in front of me. You know, I had to try to debunk it, but it's not everyone that will listen to you, even if you talk to them. I can try again to see if my cousin will, you know, get the vaccine. And once he gets it, then we can go to his church. And his church is all old people. If you go to the church, you find a young person, maybe somebody who, maybe it's me. Or maybe you can find a couple.
Oh, can I hear you? We lost you.
No, I'm here.
Your last word.
Yes, all the people are from 60 and up.
Oh.
And with, you know, all the different diseases that you mentioned earlier. So,
Right. Anybody has any comments? Best practice? So far, I'm getting the health department, ramp up education on the radio. And that Haitian television, Tele Anacaona, I'm not so sure how engaged they are, because I went there myself. I give the director, the owners, something. He said he couldn't use it. I'm not so sure.
What about the radio station that Andre uses?
Yes.
So we still engaging on that platform as far as educating the Haitian population with regard to the coronavirus? What's the latest on that? Are you guys still providing information on that platform?
Absolutely. I don't know if Andre is there, but yes, I was on it 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
Back with the vaccine.
Yes, I'm still here.
Go ahead.
What's the name of that radio station? Is it in Orlando?
No. Andre?
Yes, it is. It is Panic Radio 99.9. So actually I have a talk show on there every Friday from 9 to 10. So it's Sante Plus. So we talk about health every Friday from 9 to 10, and we always talk about COVID-19, the vaccine, the prevention, and other topic related to HIV prevention. And you guys are always welcome to reach out to me if you want to be on the radio. So it's always a pleasure to have a guest every Friday. So if I don't have a guest, myself and Mr. Edmond, we handle it. But it's always good to have someone, some new ideas.
Now, let me ask another question, Andre. The listenership, you know, the amount of people who are listening to the radio station, how can we gauge that as far as Haitian population listening to different radio stations? If we can find one that is very popular, that a lot of people listen to, that would be the one we want to get on to pass the message.
It's different. Each radio station has their own group. Like say, some of them, Radio Haiti Tropical, the older population listen to Radio Haiti Tropical, the Christian, they listen to it, but the Panic Radio is most likely unbelievers. Like it's open to everything. So in Orlando, they said it's the most popular one so far.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I agree, Robert. Maybe we should hit the different radios. There's another one that I do with Emmanuel Delphin. I don't remember that one, but what's the name of it? But yeah, if we can hit different ones, that would be good.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. But I agree with Haitians listening to that stuff from Haiti, thinking that, oh, nothing's not much is happening in Haiti, so not much will be happening here too. That's that's absurd, and I'm concerned that once they open the country, church is going to be full capacity. People are still gonna get sick, and you know what I think the governor, he really doesn't care much about. Well, first of all, he did something good by opening the criteria, having everybody vaccinated, so that's good. But now he's saying that no mask and all of that, and that's dangerous. And guess who's gonna pay the price? Black and brown people.
That's right. That's right.
And black and brown people, they're overweight, unhealthy. I'm sorry. That's it is true.
And sorry, I don't actually that our folks back home are not sick. What I think, we treat everything with folks medicine. Have a cold, it's just a cold. It could be perhaps somebody having mild symptom of corona, but because we're so used to just treat everything with some tea,
right,
we don't pay attention to it. The other thing, we have the sanitary condition back home is so bad that perhaps they are sick from, they get a little bit sick from corona, but they have so many other unsafe thing around them that it doesn't make a difference, but not necessarily because they don't get sick or die from corona. If somebody died from Haiti, it's always because somebody might fail. So even if it was corona, they're not going to associate that with it.
That's true. Now,
then,
go ahead.
I'm gonna say, like was said, a lot of people may get the coronavirus, but how do they know they have it or they don't have it? Have they been tested? Well, most likely, no, they have not been tested.
Right.
So they just go on with their symptoms. If they get better, they get better. If they get worse, then they died or something. But it was never diagnosed as a cause of why they died.
That's right.
Yes, but now I've read several articles that scientists are baffled. They get mystified by the fact that Haiti is not flooded with deaths and sick people, though. So there is some protection. Hey, it could be the Lord. Could be. I mean,
that's true.
Yeah.
But it comes down to the immunity. So if you look at Haiti, because they're so readily exposed, whereas here we are health conscious. So yes, we may be healthier, but our immune system is much more weaker because we're not exposed to those microbes, antigens.
Right. That's right.
Yeah. So
I didn't hear Dr. Bonham's point.
No, so the fact that the microbe may not always be a bad thing.
And actually, you know what? And that's the same thing, same concept with asthma. They were doing some studies. They find that kids that are exposed early to certain things like hygiene problems and stuff like that, they withstand. Like some of them actually do better when it comes to exacerbation. Also, infection. Some people do better. Some countries do better because of the constant exposure of germs. So
does that mean when I have a piece of food that fall on the floor, just grab it real quick and eat it?
Right.
3-second rule.
3-second rule. So it could be a blessing in disguise,
Yeah.
But, yeah, like you were saying, Ms. Rose, they may be sick too. They don't pay attention to it. I think it's multifactorial. It's a combination, but they shouldn't use that as form of protection. Oh, we Haitian, we don't get COVID, because COVID has killed a lot of Black people, including Haitians. So,
I mean, we cannot say anything because if you think about India, right? India
Right.
is more developed than Haiti, but they have a lot of unhealthy condition too. So
That's
that
true.
situation should apply to India, right?
That's true. And by the way, Robert, it's not over yet now. The pandemic is still going on. So we should not feel too comfortable. We should keep praying. So,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, talking about the media, don't forget about Tele Anacaona. So some people watch that TV station. So if we can reach out to the owner, maybe they can give us some time so we can educate the population. So that way they will have a chance to match the name with the face, mostly Dr. Kade, right?
Yes, yes, but like I said, I'm not so sure how engaged he is or how willing he is. I can reach out to him again, but last time I made contact, I didn't see that zeal. I didn't see in fact, I saw him play a lot of like some of the CDC stuff in English, Asian. I mean, they don't understand that. Come on, they need somebody that can talk to them in their own language. So I can reach out again. Yeah.
I think we are making some step also, and mostly right now with the Orlando, the city, recognizing the month of May as Asian Heritage. I think soon, if we represent, they can hear our voice. So maybe we can have those commercial in Creole too. So Dr. B with the Haitian, the chamber, maybe Dr. B can advocate for some commercial in Creole. Are you there, Dr. B?
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
I think another way that we can get the community involved is by maybe having an open forum, maybe at a church or something like that, where we invite, people in the community, Haitians in the community, to come and talk about COVID and get their voices heard, get their opinions heard on it. And then, of course, have a discussion about it. I think that's the most important part, because I think the opinions for COVID and getting the vaccine mainly comes from the community and not really the doctors, because, people are living in their homes every day and they only go to the doctor every so often. So I think once we actually go into the community and start having everyone express their opinions and their doubts, I think that'll be the best way to, have the conversation with them and tell them what the truth actually is.
Or if we could find somebody in the community who has been affected personally and can talk about his or her experience, maybe that may make a difference if they hear from somebody who has had it and how bad it is, and that could,
Do you have to be directly affected, or if maybe your loved ones were affected, would that be useful as well?
Yes, anybody that they can relate to.
Right.
Okay.
I think Robert, that's a great idea. But you know what? My experience is that a lot of Haitians are hiding it. There's only very few sisters in the church, maybe one, probably 20, 25 people in my church have had COVID. Two I can count on my finger. They vocal about it, they forthcoming about it, and only one actually give advice out of the 2025. So they're hiding it. That's another problem too.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Instead of sharing the experience. So Alexandra, I agree with you. So we have to find those people, but them telling us their concern. We've had that, but the problem is what I notice about our Haitian brothers and sisters, once they have that stuff in their head, very few of them can get it out.
Yeah.
They say this is poison or this is I don't know, 666. That's what they have in their head. They're gonna argue with you. That's what it is, even if you're trying to enlighten them. But I agree.
I have a my half brother. He lives in at Romney State, Massachusetts, I think. Yeah. He was affected with COVID. At first, he didn't know because it was a very early beginning before even the vaccine was, in the works. He ended up spending. He spent 4 months in the hospital, 3 months in a nursing home. Ended up with a trach. Yes. Ended up with a trach, and he can no longer. In fact, he had the trach. They removed it. They closed him back, sent him home. A month later, he had to go back to the hospital, and they had to put the trach back. So now he cannot be without the trach, so he has to use a speaking device. Ended up with a G tube to feed him. He cannot even walk unless he has a walker or cane. And he's 50. He's about 2 years older than me, in his 50s.
Wow.
Yes.
That would be a testimony. So if you can engage, can you reach out to him and have him put that message online on social media?
Yeah, I do not know whether he is very savvy, but I could talk to him and find out, because we talk at least once a week. We check each other and we talk. Yeah.
Yeah, you should share that. The same way people talk bad about the vaccine, how they have bad side effects, we should start spreading that too. Make it viral. Wow.
Yeah, I could have him do a little video and speak to you guys. I mean, he looks so old. He's only in his 50s and he looks so old as a result of that experience.
Yeah, actually, I deal with quite a few of these situations at Health Central, even when I was at Dr. Phillips, like patients who have COVID-19, especially like Haitian patients, they are notorious for wanting everything done, to be focused, no matter what, they want to keep going, even if they are, in acute respiratory failure, hypoxic, they require high flow oxygen, they have to be intubated, they have to be on the vent. Sometimes they lose, they lose consciousness. Basically, they are in a comatose state. The family still wants everything done because they feel that, God is going to make a miracle. And some of them who have a little improvement, those, if they make it out, that would be the perfect one to use so that they can give a testimony of what COVID is all about, what it can do to people.
Excellent. Great idea. Yep. Anything else? We're gonna close soon because it's 8 o'clock, but that was very helpful. I took notes and we definitely put them into practice. Because like Alessandra was saying, they're probably tired of listening to Dr. Cadet, pas grand l'affaire, eh bien, whatever, whatever the thinking is. But if you have patience, people who actually experience it, I think that will hit home. So we might need to transition to that, actually, share the experience. Great idea.
Problem.
All right, so with that, let's transition to announcements. They're having activities planned for IMHE 50th anniversary next year, 2022. And we already talked about strategy to recruit and retain members. And I've asked you guys to make short videos so you can forward to Dr. B. He can put on the Facebook page. So please remember to do that. Take time to make a little video to encourage people to participate. And the plan is to have guest speakers every month. But in the meantime, until I find some, and you can tell us what topics as well, we can continue to do the book sharing. And we wanted to do an activity, either do a dinner, probably around July, once the country open up, we'll have dinner with a drug rep. But in the meantime, we will need to do
Actually, I have a suggestion, Dr. Cadet.
Uh-huh.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Uh-huh.
Okay, today with my coworkers, we did something for team building. I'm sure that you guys are familiar with yoga, and it's called goat yoga. We went to a place, it's like a mini farm, and there are a lot of little goats, and we get to interact with them. They jump on us, get on our back. They eat and on our back, and then we feed them with like a little baby with a bottle of milk. And we get to see animals like pigs and stuff like that. So at first, it's like a yoga introduction to yoga for stress relief, this kind of thing. So it's outside. So if you guys are interested in that, you think you want to get together outside and kind of fellowship, that could be an option.
That sounds good, but you say you actually interact with animals?
Uh-huh.
Well,
like
I can tell you, my friend, as an infectious disease doctor, I'm very leery about animals, goat, pig, because
no. We didn't interact with the pigs, only with the goats.
Right. I mean, I don't know what everybody has think, but from infectious disease standpoint, I'm very concerned about those, for me at least, because I mean, I can send you a list of diseases you can get from those animals. So that's too much knowledge.
Okay, yes.
But yeah. If you guys want to participate, for sure. I'm not an animal person, by the way, just so you guys.
No, I understand, but I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah. But definitely we need to get together to do some activities. Picnic, beach, goat, interaction with goat. Yeah. The next thing is I have a website online. You check it out. And if you guys have anything as well you want to share, it's a shirt, COVID shirt, but this is more for evangelism, witnessing. So if you haven't picked up one yet, get one. I know Dr. Amy got hers. Robert has not got hers. Miss Rose, Alexandra, I don't think you got yours yet. So it says COVID, Christ over viruses and infectious disease. All right. And I have some presentations on Facebook and YouTube about COVID in English and in Korean. Any other announcement? Anything you want? You guys want to announce? Any update?
No.
Andre, anything for positive assistance? Oh, next Saturday, we're gonna have our second dose of the Pfizer vaccine. So please, we need your help. If you have time, come volunteer your time. Miss Rose, I would like to see you again. Even though you were not giving shots. But remember, education is as important, Miss Rose. Very important. You just mentioned it earlier, right?
Come this way?
Next Saturday.
The 15th, yes.
I think I have something.
I'm sorry, please put your phone on mute if you're not talking.
How you doing, baby?
Dr. Eme, can you please put your phone on mute?
Whatever.
Hello, Dr. Eme, can you put your phone on mute, please? Okay, good. Go ahead.
Oh no, I said that I earned my T-shirt the last for the first COVID shot. I didn't get it, so maybe I should.
Okay. No worries, you will get it. In fact, I need to get together with you to coach me about real estate and all of that. So when we get together, how about that? All right.
Now, Dr. Cadet, what happened is you guys, I know it's not your fault, you didn't plan it, Last time I could not attend because it was my weekend to work. But guess what? Next weekend it's my weekend to work again. If it was this week, yeah. So it always happens when I'm not available. So I'm sorry. Next week schedule.
No problem. I mean, we'll have health fairs coming up, so you'll have your turn.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else before we go? Andre, anything? Dr. Eme, anything? Alexandra, anything?
Not much, except we are planning to do outreach for Haitian Flag Day.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, to bring awareness to the community.
What are they doing exactly? Because Haitian Flag Day is actually my son's birthday. It's a Tuesday, right? So because it's the day of the week, what are they doing? Are they doing anything? If so, where and what time?
So far, I don't know yet what they are doing, but it could be the weekend. Usually they do it over the weekend, but since it's on a Tuesday, we don't know yet exactly what they are doing. But since we always out there during the week in the communities, we're gonna take that opportunity to either give away flags as an incentive, so maybe people can get tested, and we'll find some incentive to get them tested on Haitian Flag Days.
Okay. Sounds good. By the way, we will have some incentives. You guys know people who have had COVID, we can probably use, I'm gonna make recommendation. Probably we can use those incentives for those people so they can speak up. Do you see what I mean? Because a lot of them don't want to talk because, I mean, I don't know what's hidden, you know? Why they're hiding, but if we can get them some incentive, like some gift card or something to help them, you know, come out of the closet. So, yeah. All right. Okay, all minds are clear.
All right.
Thank you so
Nice to
much
see you guys.
for attending the meeting. It was great. And we'll reconvene next month, June 1st Saturday this time. Again, the meeting is every first Saturday, but last week I worked. I couldn't, I wasn't available. All right. Any final thing? If nothing to add, the meeting is adjourned. Have a wonderful night. Thanks for your time and happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night,
Good
guys.
night.
Have a good
Good
night.
night.
Good
Good night.
Everyone.
night.